I think HB60 was a really good step forward for the Second Amendment movement here in Georgia. I think that it also opens the doors for law-abiding citizens who own firearms to now protect themselves under more adverse conditions where previous laws kind of hindered us from doing that. Oh, when I hear that, I think that it's a play on words, and I think that it's the critics' opportunity to try to create fear amongst the general public who maybe doesn't understand why it is that we feel so strongly about our Second Amendment rights and the benefits to having, responsible law-abiding citizens be armed in the event that there should be some unfortunate mishaps like the recent shooting in California or maybe the Colorado movie theater shooting. If you have responsible law-abiding citizens on scene, there could potentially be a chance of less life being lost. Well, one of the things I like to do when I get these types of questions from people is I try to educate them. And I try to educate them on the mindset of a responsible gun owner and point out to them that none of these crimes have taken place in the past by responsible gun owners, and that the reality is that guns are not the issue. Education is the issue. Public health and mental health are the issues, as well as some breakdowns in family values. So guns are really not the issue. And if anything, they should look to us as being, that mitigating factor in the event that something does happen, because we're there already and the police are not. Oh, training is critical. Training is absolutely critical. It's kind of like asking, putting somebody behind the wheel of a Ferrari and just setting them loose on the street and they've never had a driving lesson. You have to understand that these are tools and that these tools require a level of skill to be able to operate them efficiently. Just like anything else, you wouldn't take and put a power drill in the hands of an adolescent or a toddler and expect them to build a house. So you have to go through training in order to really understand and gain the proper knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to utilize these responsibly. There's actually statistical studies that have been done that show that in active shooter events or mass shooting events, when civilians intervene, the loss of life is significantly less, almost a third less than when the law enforcement response has been the mitigating factor in stopping the crime. So, there are a number of instances right here in Atlanta. A year or two ago, someone walked into World Changes Ministries and shot the deacon that was there. Had there been an armed professional there, or maybe even one of the members of the congregation had been armed, that's something that could have potentially avoided a loss of life. In every instance, it's all going to be dependent on context, the context of the scenario and the situation. But you just can't be argued that if there's a well-armed, well-trained person on scene when these situations take place, it can't be argued, common sense prevails, that there's a possibility or probability that there'll be a less of a loss of life.